Throwing to start the drive. Poole. Open man is Kirk, complete. And brought down, but not before reaching the 45-yard line. The drive starting play, a good one. Give him 19.
That was a nicely run slant route, and what the receiver's trying to do is make the defender think he's going upfield for a deeper route, and then breaks it off, usually after about 3 to 4 steps, and cuts towards the middle of the field. And now what he's trying to do is use his body to keep the defender away from the football and get the quarterback a really nice target.
The big play to start him out. Has him at the 45 already. Looking to throw. Poole. It's a short one here, complete to his tight end. And he's able to take it across midfield before going out of bounds. A gain of 6 there on first. On second down, Swift. And tackled down after a gain of 3. Leaves him with 1 yard to go on third down.
That's a gain of 3. It's third and 1.
On third and short, they'll try and pick it up through the air. And that's to Amon-Ra St. Brown. And he is going to have the Lions first down as they're able to get the third down conversion.
Now that was pretty. They executed that curl route versus zone coverage, and that changes things a little bit because against man, it's often a tight curl, tight, sharply run route. Against zone, you're just looking for that open spot, that dead area, so you may curl it a little bit wider just to get to that place.
And usually a tight window. He fired a bullet in there for the completion. Throwing on first down. Poole. He's going to get that to Swift underneath. 3 yards the gain there, second down.
A 3-yard pickup brings up second and 7 at the 32-yard line.
Back to the running game with Swift. And he's got this down almost to the 20 before he's dropped. It's a gain of 10 for the Lions and a first down. Now, look, that wasn't a huge gain, but those are the types of carries I think they were missing in their loss last week. They couldn't get him going on the ground.
Did you get the same feeling I did during our meetings, that they kind of regretted that he didn't touch the ball?
Absolutely.
You know, hey, he should have touched it more last week. They weren't going to make that same mistake, and they've taken care of that early.
They go play action here on first down. Under pressure, and he'll go down. Sacked back at the 31. Nick Bosa, he's the one that got home and takes him down for a loss of 9. But just not much a quarterback can do there, CD. The pressure was in his face almost instantaneously, led to a very quick sack.
And it appears that this was just a letdown from the offensive line, but they do have a tough job because if you're a big tackle out there on the perimeter, sometimes you don't have the agility to keep up with the defensive end who's looking to wreak havoc in the backfield, and he got there and put his man on the ground.
And that's out to the flat for Swift. Call it a 3-yard gain, and they're going to face an uphill battle here on third and long.
And we see another pitch and catch there to the running back. This position just continues to evolve. They become just as critical to the passing attack as a lot of receivers, tight ends, because their ability to make people miss in the open field can really generate big plays for an offense.
So this will be accepted as it moves the offense backwards. Now on third and long, they'll look to throw. And it's intercepted at the goal line. Read it well, and it's picked. And the Niners are going to take over at their own 2-yard line. CD, I know it's just his second year in the league as a quarterback, but that's going to be one when he flips on the tape. He's like, I shouldn't have thrown that ball.
No doubt about it, and his coaching staff will be emphatic about he shouldn't have thrown that ball. But remember, second year, as you noted, on-the-job training, so he's got to take this feedback that he's getting, negative or otherwise, and turn it into positives moving forward.
The drive starts with a carry by Sermon. 5 yards on the carry. Good pickup on first down.
And that run, that changes the whole mentality about the drive right there. They were starting on their own 2-yard line. They just wanted enough space to punt the football successfully. Now they're talking about putting together a drive.
The 49ers with the football here to begin the second quarter. as they are looking at a 2nd and 5 situation. Lance, a give now to Sermon. And he will take this up to about the 8-yard line. And the Lions going with an extra DB here on 3rd down. Flag comes in. This might be a free play. Open man is Taylor. He's got it. And able to get it across the 20 before they get to him. So with the completed pass and the yardage they got, they'll decline the penalty.
So obviously more yards on the pass completion than they would have gained with the penalty. They did the math. They did it well, and it works for them.
From the gun, Sermon. This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2. 8 yards the tally on that 1st down run. Here's 2nd and 2. Now a handoff, Sermon. And he's going to have a Niners 1st down as the tackle made here at the 36. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. On the handoff, Sermon. And he puts his head down and gets up to the 42 for a gain of about 6. The last run got 6. Now 2nd and 4. They run. Here's Sermon. And not much there at all. Maybe a yard up to the 43. The Niners on 3rd down. They've been okay. 2 for 3 thus far. This time it's 3rd and 3. Here's Lance to throw it. And he can't find anywhere to go with it. And he goes down. Sean Robinson. Too much to handle that time. Gets the sack.
Well, how about that? A dime set on defense. 6 defensive backs. None of them blitz. They're just back there in coverage. Defensive lineman gets the sack.
That's where the O-line, they go to the sideline, they keep their helmets on so the cameras can't find them, right?
Yeah, the cameras can't find them, but I know one thing. The O-line coach will.
Here comes the 49ers punter now, as he'll kick it away for the 2nd time. 44 on his first punt, and this is a good kick as well. 43 yards on the punt, return of 4. And possession will switch hands, 1st and 10. Detroit's offense ready to take over. And there are parts of their last drive they'd like to emulate. And, of course, they'd like to forget the ending, the interception. But they did put together, Charles, a nice sustained drive to get him down the field.
Yeah, and unfortunately for them, the only thing that matters is part 2, right? Because once they threw the interception and finished off the drive, that does them no good to go back and say, well, you know, we had a good one going. Finish things off. That's the only way you can get it done.
He'll try again with the arm here on 2nd down. And down he goes. The 49ers get there. Maurice Hurst breaking through to get him to the ground. It's a loss of 7. Now Charles dealing with a 3rd and long. They'll have to try to go back to the air again, and this time avoid the sack.
Certainly hard to try to establish momentum when all you're doing is going backwards, not protecting the passer, and he gets dumped on his backside.
After the sack, they'll come up now 3rd and long.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised to see them run the ball here just to try and get some space.
No run call here. They'll look to throw instead. And that is incomplete. The passing game not in sync here early. And now it's 4th down. On is the punt team now as this one's sent away. And they call it 38 yards on the punt, no return. And the Niners will go on offense, 1st and 10. So good starting field position for him here as they come up 1st and 10, just shy of midfield at the 48. They'll run with Sermon to begin the drive. And he is swallowed up right at the line of scrimmage. Here's 2nd and 10. Now a run with Sermon. And flags come in as he gets forward for about 3 yards. Now let's check on the call. So that one will be accepted. On second down, another shot for Sermon. And he'll take this for about 4 up to the 46-yard line. The Niners on third down. They've hit 2 for 4 thus far. This is going to be 3rd and 13. Lance now to throw. And he fires one, but incomplete. Here comes the 49ers punter now, as he's on here to punt it away. He's been a busy man here in this first half as he gets it away. This will be fielded at the 17. So from the 17 now, here's a 1st and 10. Back to throw. Pull. Now he'll let it go deep left side. And that is incomplete. Took a shot there on 1st down, but he couldn't reel it in.
Even without a ton of pressure in his face, it just shows how difficult it is to pick apart his own defense. Those guys are sitting back, and they're not playing receivers as much as they're playing the eyes of the quarterback and when he delivers the ball.
Here's a throw to his running back. It's complete. And he gets it here to right around the 24 before he's out of bounds. They get 7 out of that, so they're left with a 3rd and 3. From the gun, pull. He's got his man, T.J. Hockenson. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. Second catch for him today, and it'll wind up a 1st down.
So many times in my career, I've heard coaches talk about completions are one thing. As long as we're there at the catch and we get guys on the ground, we can live with that. But if you're going to give up 10, 12, 15 yards after the catch, then your defense is going to be in a lot of trouble.
On 1st and 10, it's Swift. And he sneaks his way forward only for a couple here. 2nd down. The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8.
A gain of 2 brings up 2nd and 8.
Looking to throw. Pull. And that'll be caught. It's St. Brown. And this will move the chains again as the tackle's going to be made at the 49ers' 41-yard line. The Lions passing game in sync now. They've got another 1st down.
But one of the ways the quarterbacks keep all the receivers alive in a play, never lock in on any one guy. Make sure you keep your eyes moving, scan the field. And here he finds the open guy for a nice pickup.
So from inside Niner territory now, this is 1st and 10 at the 41. Operating from the gun. Pull. Shoves him aside. They'll contain him to just 4. 2nd down. Not a big window to throw. Coverage wasn't too bad there.
Yeah, they had him under wraps pretty well, but somehow able to muscle his way open and catch the ball.
From the 37, they work on 2nd and 6. On the handoff, this is Swift. Shreds him with a stiff arm. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. It's a gain of 14 and a 1st down for Detroit.
I think they like this drive a little bit better there, partner. Running game helping out, picking up some of the slack. Because remember, the last drive, they went 3 and out.
Now whistles and a flag down. Looked like one of the Lions linemen might have moved. A false start backs him up 5. 1st and 15.
Let's go, baby. Let's go.
From the gun. Pull. And incomplete.
And I can see the officials kind of looking at each other down there, silently wondering, does this meet the level of grounding? Fortunately, he did have a receiver in the area, but I have seen less obvious throwaways called as penalties.
On 2nd down, Swift down to the 25. A short gain of just over 2 yards as the first half clock dips inside of 3 minutes.
Third down and 13.
Throwing on 3rd and long. Poole. Going to throw deep for the end zone. And that will be incomplete. Oh, he left that one in a bad spot, but fortunately it's just an incompletion and not picked to bring up 4th down. And his kick is indeed good. And they're able to double their lead in this first half. It's 6-0. So a nice kick there as they are able to add on to their lead.
And that's exactly what you're looking to do. Maneuver yourself into range. That way, if your drive stalls out, you're able to get something out of it. And they do so right there.
Returnable here for Davis. And able to get this out to the 25.
Let's go. Let's go.
San Francisco's offense returns to the field. They are still in search of their first points in the ball game, but only down 6-0 as they begin with a first down. Now it's Sermon. And he gets this one just shy of the 40. They'll mark him down at the 39. 62 yards rushing for him as he has been tough to stop here this first half.
First down.
Two minutes remaining in this first half of football. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. Lance looking to throw it. And he overshot him there. It's out of bounds, incomplete.
Love the idea, love the concept, but you got to leave a little room on the sideline so he can fade into it when he makes the catch. That was thrown too close to it for the receiver to make a play.
To throw on 2nd and 10. Lance. That's complete. It's Brandon Ayuk. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. Throwing on 1st down is Lance. And he slings one that's incomplete. 2nd and 10. Now Lance again. Oh, he'll want that one back. Incomplete. He doesn't drop too many in that department. 3rd down. Throwing his Lance on 3rd down. This to the outside. It's Sermon. And he'll go out of bounds right around the 40.
A short gain that doesn't get him the 1st down brings up a 4th down situation.
Really nice job defensively. They knew where the sticks were. They got the stop before. He's got the distance, but it's no good. Line to the right, and this score will stay right where it is. Here comes the field general leading his offense back out there for the next possession. And I guess the question, Charles, is what's the formula for keeping him better protected? Because as we see, the protection, it struggled.
And normally what you get is renewed determination. When the big guy gets hit, that usually sparks people. Hey, we can't let this happen anymore. They take it personally. He's not supposed to be on the ground, but that hasn't been the case so far in this game. So maybe they've got to figure out how do they get rid of the ball faster to help out the offensive line so he doesn't get hit as much.
And we'll see if they can keep him off the ground now going forward.
A 7-yard pickup brings up 2nd.
Looking to throw on 2nd down. Poole. Right side, it's the tight end, Hockenson. And they're able to work this to the 25 before it's all said and done. The Lions will use the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with just over a minute to go before halftime. On 1st down, Poole. And he almost had his 2nd pick of the game. Probably should have. And he's frustrated as it falls incomplete. Again, he'll drop to throw. This is caught. It's Kirk. And he will reach the 8-yard line before going out. The Lions passing game in sync now. They've got another first down.
And another thing that makes a comeback route really effective is that oftentimes after you've made the initial move, receivers breaking away from the defensive back, and that makes it a really tough play to defend. A nice chunk of yardage picked up there.
A kicker fest so far, all points via field goals. They're hoping to change that right here. Back to throw again. And that nearly a turnover, but it's incomplete. Fortunate to retain possession there. It's second down. Nothing on first down, so the ball remains at the 8-yard line, second and goal. They'll run the draw here with Swift. And he's going to ball his way down to about the 1-yard line.
Good job, good job.
The Lions now going to use the second of their timeouts as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the first half. And that one going nowhere from the start as he's met in the backfield and goes backwards. The 49ers now going to use the first of their timeouts as they stop it here with just under 40 ticks to go in this first half. And his kick is right there. It's good. And that will make our score 9-0. So he's been a busy man here in this first half. That's 3 field goals for him now.
And not just 3 field goals, but 3 for 3. So even though the offense has struggled a bit putting it in the end zone, they've still been able to come away with points due to his leg.
This taken in at the goal line. And he'll be tackled just shy of the 25. Now on the return here, we've got an injured player down there. We'll check on his status when we get back. The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. And with him down 2 scores, you wonder if they might try and put something together, even if it's just to get into field goal range. Meanwhile, Lance's throw there hauled in by Claypool. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. Lance now on first down. That ball caught. Brandon Ayuk. And he's got this to the 30 before being taken down. So a costly penalty yardage-wise as that'll move the football down to the spot of the foul.
And what the officials are looking for in these situations, whether you're playing the man or the ball, that if you're playing the man, you get a lot less leeway in terms of what's going to happen at the end of the play. But if you're looking for the football, it's less likely to draw the flag.
And Lance's throw complete here to Ayuk. Now a timeout. 7 seconds left in the first half. And this one is right through. And they are on the board. It's now 9-3. So they do get the 3 points before they hit halftime. Something to build on, maybe.
Yeah, go ahead and raise the banner, right? Wave the flag. That's good. Got points. And now, as you said, they've got something to build on as they get ready for the second half.
This will be fielded inside the 5. So we've reached halftime here in Detroit with the Lions out on top. As we send you down to Orlando where Jonathan Coachman has our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach.
All right, Brandon, thanks. And welcome in everybody to our EA Sports Halftime Report. Time for a look around the NFL here in Week 3 of the new year. We'll start our tour out in the City of Angels, Los Angeles. And it's the Rams who are out in front as those teams approach halftime. A couple of touchdowns there for Cam Akers. From there, we head to Minneapolis to check on the Vikings at home at US Bank Stadium. And they trail the visiting Buccaneers as that game has gone to the half. The Buccaneers looking to sew that one up, and they look to be in pretty good shape. Lastly, let's get out to Jacksonville. See what's happening with the Jaguars at TIAA Bank Field. And they have the lead in that one over the visiting Indianapolis Colts. Trevor Lawrence with a couple of touchdown passes there. We We continue on with a check of the next-gen stats in that first half for the Niners, and they were able to have a little bit of success on the ground. The question will be, will they stick with it, or will they be throwing more to try and regain this lead? Meanwhile, for the Lions, you get a look at what they were able to do throwing the football. And whatever they've done, it's worked, as they have the lead through 2 quarters of play.
Okay, Coach, adjustments likely going to play a big role in this third quarter in what's been a tight contest so far. This will be fielded inside the 5. And he brings us out past the 20 to the 24.
Let's go.
So here are the Lions to take over. They lost 2 straight coming in, but good news for them right now. They've got the lead and the football. Third quarter starts with a run from Swift. And he's going to get a good gain of 9 here up to the 34. Maybe a good spot to take a shot. Here, 2nd and a yard from the 34.
Brings up 2nd and 1.
They give it off here to the tight end. A gain of 5, good enough for the first down.
Lions, first down. 1st and 10 at the 30.
Operating from the gun. Pull. And the Niners get there and bring him down. Javon Kinlaw able to get in there for his 2nd sack of the afternoon.
Well, I think that time he just maybe held on to it a little too long, CD, because after a couple of seconds in this league, you know those defenders are coming.
And how many times do we talk about complementary football? And we're usually talking about, does the offense help the defense? Does the defense help the offense? I think in this case, does the quarterback help out his offensive line? You only have a certain amount of time to get rid of the football. They can only do so much. On this play, he took them to the limits.
They try to throw on 2nd down, but this one is incomplete. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. From the gun, pull. And this time he's got the hook up. It's complete. Here comes the Lions punter now, as he'll punt it away for the 2nd time.
It's 4th down.
And he couldn't get it to check up. That kicks all the way into the end zone for a touchback. Here's a look at the 49ers offense as they make their way out for their first possession of the second half.
And their defense did its job by forcing the punt to start things out, and now, Charles, can the offense get in gear?
I think, partner, you can sense them saying, okay, the first half was theirs, but now let's get the momentum back on our side. We forced a punt. Now let's go downfield and score. If we do that, we'll be set up well for the second half.
A good gain on first has him set up with 2nd and just a couple of inches now from the 29.
And this is Sermon. And he's going to have a Niners first down as he's able to get this up past the 40.
They had 3 tight ends in on that set, and they were really good at blocking for their running back.
And give them a lot of credit, because in football nowadays, tight ends coming out of college often don't block very often. These guys have really developed into superior blockers, and that's why they use them in this formation so often.
Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down.
But they run once more with Sermon.
And he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up.
Well, any lane that might have been open there was closed pretty quickly, and that was because the defensive front, they won that battle at the point of attack at the line of scrimmage. They used great leverage, held their spot, and stacked him up.
6 yards is the pickup, and that'll lead to a 3rd down.
They'll try and run for the first with Sermon. And Sermon is not going to get there. Great work defensively to stop him short.
He needed 2, he got 1, and that's going to leave him with 4th down and a yard.
I know the scouting report on him is that he doesn't possess the eye discipline to be an elite linebacker. And what that means is his ability to read, react, and make a play. But on that one, he looked like one of those guys.
Here comes the 49ers punter now. He'll boot it away from about his 35. He'll get off a fairly short kick here as this is toward the sideline. And no return here. Where will they spot it? They say just outside the 20-yard line. And Detroit back in possession of the football. And a tight game after punting last time. See if they can get something going on this drive.
As they head to the field now, with a game this close, you've got to feel there's a sense of urgency for them going on offense right now. But they have to do it without letting panic creep in and affect their play.
Throwing to start the drive, but that one incomplete. Once again, they'll go from the 23-yard line on 2nd and 10. Back to throw. Pull. And his throw is incomplete. So back-to-back incompletions, and that has him staring at a 3rd and 10. Operating from the gun. Pull. He's going to wind up and air it out. And unable to connect. Incomplete. I'll give them credit. They took their shot, but it's going to bring up 4th down. Here comes the Lions punter now as he's on to kick it away. He's averaging just under 50 yards a punt as he gets this away. It'll be a 39-yard punt, no return, and the offense will take over with a new set of downs. And San Francisco gets set to go here.
And with the way this offense has played thus far, to be frank, they got to feel pretty grateful to be in the ball game.
I would agree with you totally because they've done all of nothing offensively in this game, yet they still find themselves in a position on this drive where a touchdown can give them the lead. They need to take advantage of it.
Now they're still looking for that first touchdown here in the 3rd quarter. All they have so far, the field goal. 90 yards for him on the ground now as he has been terrific here this afternoon.
That's a nice run right there, able to get to the outside. And so many times defenses say, okay, we've got you hemmed in. But if you're running the football, at least you know where everyone is coming from. You don't have to worry about the backside at all. That allows you to run with a little bit more confidence as you traverse down the field.
On 1st and 10, here's Lance. Now Lance unable to escape, and down he goes. Levi Onwuzurike just would not be denied. That's a loss of 7. He seemed to have a reasonable amount of time in the pocket, but he couldn't get rid of the football, and the end result, Charles, him on the ground.
Yeah, he's got to keep an internal clock to go along with his offensive line. When you're talking about 3, 4, 5 seconds, that's a reasonable amount of time to expect to deliver the ball downfield. So great to try and complete a pass, but it's equally important to know when to throw the football away, too.
On 2nd down, it's Sermon.
They get 2 yards back, but they're going to need a lot more than that here on 3rd down. Now we've got whistles and a timeout here. Yeah, it looks like we've got a 49er that's down on the field. While the training staff takes a peek, we'll take a break. And it looks like we've got a dime set here defensively. 6 DBs in the game.
Working from the gun, Lance.
And he's unable to haul it in, so it falls incomplete over the middle 3rd of the field, and that brings up 4th. Here comes the 49ers punter now, as he'll punt it away for the 4th time today. So possession goes over here on the punt, and the Lions are going to take over with a long field ahead and a 1st and 10. Here's the Detroit offense now as they head back out onto the field. And our game's hit a little bit of a lull here, a little bit of a snag. Punts on back-to-back drives.
And old-school coaches don't necessarily mind that. Didn't turn it over, right? Didn't create a big play for the other team. Right now what you're looking for is can you gain an advantage in field position? And that's what both teams are seeking right now.
Yeah, they'll be seeking to gain that advantage here on this drive.
His position, and he's listed as a tight end, but he certainly doesn't run like one, and that's what we're seeing more and more coming into the league. Those guys who can run, make plays after the catch, and gain that additional yardage.
And using that speed there to turn it into a pretty nice little game. They'll run on 1st down. Swift. And he gets this one just shy of the 40, down at the 39. It's a gain of 14 and a 1st down for Detroit. interior of that line blocked really well on that run, but also the two tight ends, they blocked well too.
Not only have they scouted the line of scrimmage, with their agility, they can get upfield and hit moving targets like linebackers, defensive backs. They do a really good job helping out in the running game.
Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down. From the gun, Poole. Now he's going to send this one deep right side.
And this nearly an interception, but it's incomplete. Well, a turnover really would have helped him there, but not to be.
Off play action. Poole. This one caught. It's the tight end Hawkinson. 9 yards, and that leaves him just short, so it'll be third and less than a yard.
Nice play call, a little bit of play action right there. If you can get those linebackers to freeze for just a split second, that's usually all the room you need in order to get it to your tight end.
On third and short, they'll try and pick it up through the air. He wants it all for the end zone. And that will be incomplete. Well, they weren't scared to let it fly, but it falls to the ground and brings up fourth down. And the punt team on now as this one sent away. Returnable here for Davis. 31 yards on the punt there. And out will come the offense as they take over. Out on the field now, here come the 49ers. These guys had to punt their last possession, and that's become too familiar of a refrain. Too many of these drives just wound up going nowhere.
But you know how in baseball, when the pitcher gets a base hit and he's on base, they bring his jacket out to him to keep him warm? A lot of times the punter goes to the sideline, puts on sweatpants or a wrap over his leg to keep it warm. He might need a massage from the trainer right now from all the work he's getting.
Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9.
Now Lance. That's into a crowd and intercepted. Picked by Jeff Okudah.
And his crew will take over with a football at the 35-yard line. Now we've got whistles and a timeout here. And it looks like we've got a 49er that's down on the field. Well, he gets attended to. We'll step aside. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10.
Here's a handoff to Swift.
And he'll take this ahead for about 4. 2nd down coming up.
At the end of all that hitting and hollering, it was a 4-yard run, so the offense is going to go back down and feel pretty good about themselves. Defensively, you have to feel okay because you didn't let it turn into a bigger run, but the goal, shut it down for 2 yards or less. That's when you start to feel good about yourselves.
To throw on 2nd down. Poole. And that's hauled in by St. Brown over the middle. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. 14 yards that time for number 14. On 1st down, Swift. And he'll be taken down at the 2-yard line.
84 yards rushing for him now as he's run it 11 times.
They really needed to get something going, didn't they? They punted on the last 2 possessions. The running game starting to come to the front for them, providing a nice pickup there to keep this drive going.
Might we see our first touchdown of the game? Here's 1st and goal. They'll try to run this one in. And this one will wind up with him losing yardage. Back to the 4-yard line. That's going to go as a loss of 1 on 1st down.
Well, it's apparent the defense understands the situation. They have to keep them out of the end zone here. That's a great start by them. A loss on that play. Can they force them into a field goal attempt and still give their offense an opportunity?
From back at the 4, here's 2nd and goal.
Now it's Swift.
And he gets halfway home from the 4 down to the 2-yard line.
Now they'd really like to make the short field pay off. We'll see if they can, but this is 3rd and goal.
Looking to throw. Poole staying on his feet. And he is going to be taken down. And that should be the final play of this 3rd quarter. Now I think we're going to get a timeout here. Yes, a timeout here as it looks like we've got a lion that's shaken up. While the trainers take a look, we'll step aside. And his kick is good. And that will finish off this third quarter of play. And they won't be able to run another play. Time has expired on this third quarter. We'll return with more after this. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Back now at Ford Field, where the fourth quarter will begin with a kickoff following the score on the final play of the third quarter. Returnable here for Davis. And he'll be brought down right on the chalk of the 20. San Francisco set to go on offense once more. A tougher task for them now. That turnover on their last possession led to the field goal, meaning that they have to now try to erase a 2-score deficit here in the fourth. Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. And that one drops down, incomplete. Good coverage there, forced the ball free, and it's second down. On 2nd and 10, Lance. He gets this into the hands of Taylor. And he's going to get this one across the 30-yard line.
Let's go, boys.
Second catch for him today, and it'll wind up a first down. You cannot write these guys off just yet, not with a quarterback like that under center.
You mean it actually crossed your mind with him running the team that you could actually maybe write this game off?
Not yet.
Not a chance. Not with him. We've seen it too many times.
On play action, Lance.
And his throw's going to be incomplete. Line of scrimmage, the 31 as they line up, 2nd and 10.
From the gun, it's Lance.
He's going to float this one deep right side.
And a high throw there as this is knocked away, down to the ground and incomplete. An important play right here, 3rd and 10.
And I would expect pressure here.
Again, it's Lance.
Flushed out right. And he will slide to a stop. He does have the first down.
Excellent work there by Lance as he scrambles for the first down.
Well, there you go. Save your best scramble of the day for a big-time situation in the fourth quarter, picking up the first.
You don't want to use it up early, right? You want to make sure you save it for that exact moment, that key time. And that's what he did, although you and I both know it wasn't planned that way. But what a nice job using his eyes, scanning the field, and realizing when it was time to exit the pocket and go.
So the ball moves into Lion territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 45-yard line.
Shotgun now for Lance.
That's caught by the tight end, Drew Sample. A gain of 6 there on first. One thing I think that's safe to say defensively, the tackling's been really good.
And because of that, it's been very, very hard for them to move the ball because you're not getting the benefits of run after catch. They're tackling them almost on the spot. That means you have to run extra plays, harder to move it.
From the 39, Lance. And he whips that one incomplete there. He started out having some troubles back in the first half connecting with his receivers. Really hasn't gotten a whole lot better.
Yeah, he's at less than 50%, and you and I both know that just won't do. So I would think about spreading things out, putting it on the receivers, make them win those one-on-one battles on the perimeter and find their way open.
The Niners on 3rd down. They've converted a third of their opportunities, 3 for 9. This is 3rd and 4. This one brought in by Aiken. And he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30. First time they've looked his way in this game. He comes through picking up the first.
Well, every drive from here out is definitely crucial and critical. They know that they need to get at least 3 here to get it back to a one-score game. But I can't imagine that in their huddle that they're thinking at all about getting a field goal. They want to get into the end zone and then try and get the ball back again.
Again, they'll throw it with Lance.
This one caught by Kittle. And he's brought down after a very nice gain.
Let's go, baby. Let's go.
That's good for 28 yards.
1st and goal.
He's certainly done a nice job spreading the field on this drive, and here he finds his big tight end for good yardage. And that's what you have to do. Keep defenses guessing about where you're going to go with the football.
Might we see our first touchdown of the game? Here's 1st and goal. Davis. And this will result in him losing yardage. Back to the 3. That's going to wind up a loss of a full 3 yards on 1st down.
Good job there defensively to push him back on 1st down. I'm not sure if this is 4-down territory or not because they can kick the field goal and get it back within a score. But you know that's not what they're thinking right now. A field goal has to be their last option.
So they're backed up to the 3-yard line, 2nd and goal. Sermon. Able to get a couple here, but won't get across the plane as they stop him right around the 1. So here we go on a 3rd and goal. This Lions defense, they haven't broken yet.
Again with Sermon.
Yeah, boy, a good surge defensively. It'll depend on the mark, but I'm not sure he got there. Only a yard there, so it brings up 4th and goal.
This defense continues to be good on 3rd down. I mean, they haven't allowed a touchdown offensively. Are you saying, let's go for this? Let's try to get it in the end zone.
I don't know about that because of what you just described. They've been so good, and they don't give up the big play that you would expect in downs 1 through 3. Why should 4th down be any different? You might want to go ahead and kick the field goal and see if you can figure out something else as this game moves on.
And his kick is good. And that'll move them back within 6 now. All right, so they needed 2 scores to get back in the game. The field goal there, maybe not exactly what they wanted, but the necessary first step.
There's still time remaining, and there's enough time to get it done. They've got to get it the least a 3-and-out here to get the ball back, preferably a takeaway.
And he's able to get this across the 20, but not by much as he's marked out officially at the 21. The Lions offense set to take over. Their lead back down to 1 score after the field goal a moment ago, so they'll be looking to string together a few first downs, likely on the ground as they begin 1st and 10. On the ground, it's Swift to start the drive.
Up past the 25 to the 26, a gain of 5.
Oh, that's one to warm the hearts of all those old school football players, isn't it? Tough, hard, gritty run, got behind his pads, bowled over a few people. Look at that one, right up the gut.
Saw it through 3 quarters, no reason to lighten up now.
Right back to Swift again on 2nd down.
And he's dropped just before the line to gain. 4-yard pickup leaves him with 3rd and 1.
Brings up 3rd and 1.
They'll try and run here with Swift. And Swift is not going to get there as they stop him short of the yellow line.
No gain there on the play, and that's going to leave him with a 4th down.
They've called his number a lot this afternoon. You wonder how much tread is left on those tires.
We certainly do, but I always think back to one of my favorite coaches in the NFL. And he used to have a meeting with his running backs every year in the offseason and say, look, as many times as you're going to carry the ball, you should be able to carry it 1 more time, so make sure you get in shape.
And he deserves a bronze leg as he gets this one away. It'll be 37 yards there on the punt.
San Francisco's offense returns to the field. Their defense accomplished step 1 of the mission. They forced the punt. Now they'll look to erase that deficit and take a 4th quarter lead.
So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33.
The drive starts with a carry by Sermon.
And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down.
109 yards rushing for him now as he has been tremendous all day long.
Boy, where would these guys be without his performance on the ground? That puts him over 100 yards now for the afternoon, and I tell you, he seems to be getting stronger as the day goes along.
Here's Sermon.
And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
Well, that was one of the few times they've been able to contain him thus far. He's over 100 yards for the game, but he lost a bit off his total on that carry.
Second and 11 now. Lance now to throw. That's to the right side, complete to Kittle. And they'll get to him after a gain of 7 to the 47.
Let's not quibble about the gain there on 2nd down. That was a positive play because that was a take-what-you-can-get situation. Got out to the tight end. Now gives him a much better opportunity to convert on 3rd down.
Flush to his right. And they'll get him down about 3 yards short of the first. Now I think we're going to get a timeout here. Yes, a timeout here as it looks like we've got a Lion that's shaken up. While the training staff works on him, we'll step aside and be right back. One score down. Here we go. They're going to go for it here on 4th down.
They'll run for it. Sermon.
Oh, he bowls over him. And he will have a 1st down as they get him to the ground at the 37. Give them credit. They knew what they wanted to dial up on 4th. They executed it for 9 yards, and the offense stays out there.
He's been tough for this defense to handle, over 100 yards. You kind of knew that they were going to him on that play, didn't you?
They certainly did. That's one of those situations where you simply say, my best runner over my best blockers, let's go ahead and pick it up. And I don't care if they know it on the other side. Here we come, and they got it done.
The 4th down run successful. Now they look to pay it off on 1st down.
Lance going to throw.
Steps away to his left. Able to make something out of nothing there. 17 yards and a 1st down.
Man, defensively, that hurts. They got him out of his rhythm. They had him hemmed in, but somehow he was able to tuck it away and get away for a gain.
Clock running, under 4 to play now as they come up on 1st and 10.
Lance, a give now to Sermon.
And nothing much materializing there on the 1st down run. He'll get a couple, and that's it. The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8.
Again, it's Sermon.
And he'll take this down for about 4 yards, down to the 15.
If you're a football guy, that's a pretty run because everyone is in sync right there. Obviously, the guy carrying the ball, but how about the people up front? Leverage, athleticism, they created some nice space for him.
This a big play for both sides. What will we see here? 3rd and 4.
Lance looking to throw it.
Open man is Taylor. He's got it.
And the Niners are going to have 1st and goal as they try to finish off this drive with 6 points.
1st and goal at the 5-yard line.
Fourth quarter, down to the final 2 minutes, and we've got a 1-score game.
So it's 49er football here as we get you reset. They come up on a 1st and goal with this game still hanging in the balance. And across the chalk into the end zone. It's a 49er touchdown.
Trey Sermon.
His 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Niners are a point away from leading this game.
So, CD, there didn't seem to be much resistance there down near the goal line.
Yeah, partner, from what I saw there, not a real good job of matching up defensively because to me, they looked like they were just in their base 3-4 package. You need bigger bodies in there in a goal line type situation. The 3-4, fine between the 20s, but not down here when you're guarding your end zone.
Important extra point up and through, and that is going to put them on top by a point, and it sets us up for quite a finish.
Here is Wisnowski to boot it away following the touchdown. Taking it about the 1. And he won't get this to the 20-yard line as he's down at the 19. So now the Lions down on the scoreboard. 1:53 remaining. And they're in danger of a 3rd straight loss as they come up on 1st and 10. They'll look to throw. Pass complete. It's Hockenson. He is taken down at the 21 after a short gain of 2. Clock running, about to hit 90 seconds to go in the game. St. Brown on the catch. And past the 40 before he's out of bounds. That one a gain of 20 and a 1st down. Tell you what, he's been able to put the ball in some tight spots all game long. That throw, no different.
Yeah, a lot of people would call it a gutsy type of a throw. I think he looks at it as, I can do it, so it's not that big of a deal to me, and I'm going to keep firing.
He's back to throw. He's got a man. It's his tight end. That's complete. Now, after the completion, we're going to get a timeout, an injured player. We'll check on his status when we get back. He'll look to throw. Now that'll be caught by St. Brown. And he gets this inside the 35-yard line. From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10.
They run out of the gun with Swift.
Now San Francisco going to call their 2nd timeout as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next.
Right back to Swift again on 2nd down.
And he's going to have just a couple here with a marker on the field as well. Going to give this time to the tailback. And he'll be taken down at the 34. Now the Niners going to signal for their 3rd and final timeout. And as the two teams talk it over on their respective sidelines, we take a break.
Fool's pass intended for DeAndre Swift. Incomplete. It's 4th down.
And he missed it. It's no good. And this score will stay right where it is. Now listen, now no kick from 50-plus is a gimme, but here you're indoors in a dome. You'd think ideal conditions.
Yeah, and it's one that he would expect himself to make, not just us expecting him to make it. Over the years, my theory is very simple. The athletic ability of kickers continues to get better and better. Check their backgrounds. They were all county, all state, at other positions, not just soccer players. These guys expect themselves to be great as well.
Good starting field position for the 49ers as they have it 1st and 10 at the 41-yard line. And he'll be brought down just shy of the 45. The Lions will use the first of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds left to go in the game.
On 2nd down, another shot for Sermon.
And no room that time, getting it to about the 46. Now we've got whistles and a timeout here. Yeah, it looks like we've got a 49er that's down on the field. While the training staff takes a peek, we'll take a break. A dime look defensively for the Lions on 3rd.
Throwing now is Lance. They set up the screen for Sermon.
And he's got the first down before being taken down at the 46. And they take a knee.